friends, I am so excited. We are back for our 4th day of pirates, and it would not be a pirate adventure in science if we didn't do a treasure hunt. So we are going to do a quick little treasure hunt today. It's a short little lesson, but it's going to be a lot of fun. And then tomorrow, we're going to make lighthouses, and these guys will have a little LED in the top to light up. So you're going to want to save like your mac and cheese boxes or your cereal boxes to make this fun little tube, because we're going to make a lighthouse to protect our ships. And I am super excited. Oh, and then also in Zoom today, after a little bit of technical waffling, we're going to try to get our tadpoles on their own little webcam. So friends who want to come in and watch our tadpoles can do that on there. So we're going to do our usual. I just want to say thank you so much for joining us. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel, check out our social media, share our message so that more families can do fun science with us. We have so many weeks planned out right now. We're going all the way into June, and we are going to have so much fun. And it's all going to be great hands-on science. We're doing it all super easy to source. I think next week we're even going to do something where like we'll have the cool supply and you'll still get to use it, which will be really cool. So we're going to do what we need for the day today, which isn't very much, and then we'll do some shout outs and see who's here, and then we'll get on started. So for the day, you don't need too much. You should have a little vector vermin printout. So this is our treasure map, and then these are our treasure instructions that we're going to need. So you want this printout. It's on your patron email that should have gone right to your inbox. We have the one that goes out in the beginning of the week with everything, or also Evan is sending out the ones with our YouTube live stuff, and he should be attaching, I think he attached all of the stuff you could possibly need for today's awesome treasure hunt. So we're going to do this one together, and then if you want, we can also do, I have a couple other ones that have been made that you can practice your treasure hunting skills with, and there's even an empty map that you could draw your house in and then make a treasure hunt for your siblings, which I think would be really fun. That's a great way to do a little bit of interesting math, because this is math you guys haven't really seen, and also have fun, and learn. That's what we're all about.
Yes.
I obviously don't condone that.
Hide his iPad. I mean, don't do that, but do it.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so that's all the highs.
Awesome.
And we will start the lesson.
Alrighty. So we are going to learn about vectors today, and vectors might sound a little crazy, but they're just arrows, but they're a little specialer than just arrows. They're arrows that have a size, so you got to decide how big they are, and they have a direction, and they help us get through our world all the time. So when I say, hey, let's meet at my house, and somebody says, well, how do I get there? I might say, well, go down the street 3 blocks and then turn right and go 2 blocks, and then at the second driveway turn right. And that would be me giving them directions, but those directions are sort of arrows, right? I have an arrow that's 3 blocks long, and then I turned right, which I'm just realizing I turned actually left. I turned right and I go 2 more blocks. So I give them a size and a direction. I go this way, and then I go that way, and then I go to my little driveway. And hopefully, if you know your right and left, it works out and you get to my house. If you're like me, who knows where you'll be. Things that I thought I would have learned when I was like your guys' age, but I didn't. So vectors have a size and a direction. So even things like when we're driving our car, right? We might be going 60 miles per hour, and that's not a vector because it's just a number, it's just a size. But when we give it a direction, like I'm going 60 miles per hour northbound on I-95, then I have a vector because I have a size and a direction. And these things can help us all of the time. They're all over our world, they're all over in science, and you can actually add vectors together. So one thing that I remember doing when I learned about vectors, we had this big map and we went on an airplane trip, and you would do you put your arrows, you'd have to measure out how big the arrow is, and you had to point it in the right direction, and then you take another arrow, and you could keep adding these arrows together. But there is a trick with adding the arrows together, and that is we always have to add them head to tail. So I made, on your guys' little sheet, we have these little vector vermin, and they look remarkably like arrows. They have a tail, and then they have a really pointy head, which is fabulous. And when we add our vector vermin together, we're in a pirate story. We are not in a fairy tale story. There is no romance here. They don't like to kiss. All right? So they always add from their head to their tail. Never like head to head, because then like they'd be kissing each other, and this is a pirate story. We got treasure to find. All right, so we always add them head to tail, and they always have a size. Like this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units long, or this one's 1, 2, 3, 4 units long. And then these guys aren't actually helpful yet on my treasure hunt. These vectors are not actually vectors because they only have a size. And we also need a direction. But thankfully up here, we have all of the directions to go find our fantastic treasure. So we also have a treasure map that looks like this, and we have where we're at. And the question is like, where is our treasure on here? I don't know. We are going to find out. And we're going to find out using vectors. And we're going to put them in the right directions for everything. So on this one, I've actually sized the vectors for you guys. And for older kids, if you want, there's other little activities that were attached to the email where you have to figure out how big is that size. So it's not always given to you. It might have just said 5 inches, and you would have had to map out 5 inches instead of being able to cut it out. But what we're going to do today is we're going to cut out our little vector vermin for our treasure hunt. Can I do this upside down? I don't know. Let's see. Zoop. So I'll first cut out my first vector.
Oh, Emerson's here.
Oh, hi, Emerson! I'm so glad you could join us. And I printed on both sides of this paper, so it's a little tricky to find which way is which. All right, so I'm going to start at my start point. And if I really want to find the treasure, I actually have to look at what direction these little vector vermin are going to go. Because if I put it this way, maybe that doesn't get me to where I want to go. So it tells me, starting from your home base, take 5 vector vermin steps due south. So I have a little compass up here. I have north, east, south, and west. So due south will be pointing straight down. So I'm going to start at my little star, and I'm going to go straight down. I'm going to tape that in there. I'm going to take a little piece of tape, and we'll roll tape it. And it's a good thing that we didn't actually put it this way, because maybe I would have, at the end, I would have gotten something totally different. Or maybe I would have been like, oh, look, I'm on an island, and I must be there. But I don't think we are, because we're going to go due south, 5 vector vermin steps, just like that.
And what happens if you end up in the island with the deadly spiders or the sea monster or...
Then we die.
All right, so you guys are saving our lives.
I mean, we really want to be safe. Yeah, I don't think we want to run into the Kraken. We'll find out. All right, so the next one, we're going to take our galleon due east for another 4 vermin vector steps. And so we're going to move our ship due east 4 steps, and if we cut out the orange vector vermin, then we can add them in, because this is 4 units long, 4 steps, whereas this one was 5. And it says due east, so due east points this direction. And I'm going to add them. Now, I want to make sure, remember, we're in a pirate story, not a fairy tale story. So there's no kissing of my vector vermin. They have to add up head to tail. So I don't want to put it this way, because then they'd be like smoochy. I want to add it this way. Head to tail. So I'm going to put that guy right there. I'm going to tape it on for us. And you can tape yours on at home as well. And you can see how we're getting directions to get our treasure, and our directions are all giving us a distance as well as a direction. It wouldn't help if it just told me to take 4 more steps, because you'd be like, which way? Do I go 4 steps backwards? Do I go 4 steps forward? Do I go this way? And you can imagine how quickly you could really get off track. If I had gone backwards, I'd be back here when really I should be here. So direction is really important. All right, and then next. Ooh, there be reports of the Kraken thereabouts, so make sure you turn your bearings north for 3 vector vermin steps. I'm really digging my pirate accent right now. I just want to say that.
Owning it.
It's making me happy. All right, so I've got my vector vermins, and I'm going to go north. So north is going up, and I don't want to add it like this. I know. No fairy tales here. Just vermin. Yeah, vermin. All right, so we're going to add it head to tail again, and this time we're going to go straight up north. Ooh, I wonder if we're there. We just hit an island. Ooh, let's find out. Ooh, but there's more instructions. So we must not be there. All right, I'm going to tape this one on. And we're going to go north.
just like that. Oops. Let's get as north as we can. Just like that. Oh, when I actually have them lined up head to tail really nicely, I don't quite hit that guy.
I would say Raiden is owning the pirate talking. He is, "Yeah, you be walking the plank.
You be walking the plank.
And me bro be the cracking.
I hope them sharks aren't out today.
That be the spirit."
Yes. Although I might slip into like an Irish accent.
There's Irish pirates.
Probably. I don't know. I mean, there are real life pirates today too.
There are. All over.
Taking over the boats. Which is kind of crazy. Should have looked up good pirate stories.
I know.
All right.
I told a story.
So we're going to go, it says, just about when you think you're about to hit your beam ends on the land, turn due east for the 4 vermin vector steps. So hitting your beams is like crashing your ship. Whew! We made it just in time. We're going to go east. Good thing, because if we went west, I'm pretty sure we would have hit land also. Oh, but we did navigate really nicely around that kraken. He'll be hungry tonight, because he won't be feeding on my bones.
There actually is a pirate language too.
There is on
like,
Duolingo.
On Duolingo, if you have the Duolingo language app, you can use the.
You can learn pirate. Yeah, this is a favorite of Isabella's. Anytime that I'm working on my Spanish, she likes to do a little pirate. All right, so we're gonna go head to tail, and we're gonna put it due east. Zoop! Ooh, we're getting close because we only have one more thing. So now I'm curious, which spot is it? We're going to cut out our last one, and then I'm just going to plop it on. What do you guys think of that? Should I just plop it on? Like, doop. I could just choose what land it hits, right? Like this. Oh, but there's an RIP there. Maybe I'll go here. I don't know. Maybe we should find out. We should look at our directions, because those vectors have to have a direction too. And this one says, when you're getting close, bear due north for a final 3 vermin vector steps to your booty. Ooh, due north. Perfect. We can go due north. I'm going to cut off the little tail pieces here so we can see that they're all head to tail. Like this. Oh! Oh, there's a little hut by my treasure.
Oh, yay. I have a little spot to put all my treasure in.
That seems like too much information. Like, I would dig at a hut first if I was a treasure hunter.
That's true. But you might not know what island to go to. Oh no, I lost my vector vermin. There they are. They're trying to escape. Never, mighty. You can't escape the ire of Dr. Erica. There we go. So we've added our vectors head to tail. Now there was an easier way we could have done this. We could have actually gone from here straight to there. And that would be also its own vector. And that would actually work. You could just like take all of these off and just go there to there. That's called adding our vectors together. But it's kind of more fun to go on this little treasure hunt, which I dig. And if you're raiding, you'll be raiding the treasure now. Raiding's a raiding. That was too easy.
That was a little weak.
Oh, really? That was great.
We'll keep working on it.
Okay. All right. So, if you guys want to continue working on this, there is another one that you guys can try to do on your own without me helping you. But these guys, they still have your vectors sized really nicely. And you start at the star, and you're going to figure out what room in this little house has treasure. And if you wanted to, you could actually redraw your house. Luke, I'm talking to you about your brother's awesome toy. You could totally redraw something in your house, and then you could give him directions that he has to follow to figure out how to get there, which would be really fun. I think that would be really fun. We actually did this for Easter like a year or two ago, and it was a lot of fun. We had the girls out with like tape measures and a compass, and we were like very into figuring it out, and it was so much fun. It was like an hour-long Easter egg hunt inside of our house because we had to like measure everything. It was really great. So that is our treasure hunt, which is good because we like first dove down with those Cartesian divers and dug up some treasure, and then we sailed it home. Some of us might have sunk with those extra carrots on the way home, but we sailed it home for the most part, and now we buried it, and somebody was able to find it. Ooh, maybe we didn't bury it good enough. Maybe this is where we should hide it. And then we could leave the directions. For who? Pirates never give their treasure away.
For yourself, so you remember.
That's true. You could leave it for yourself when you're in old age and you need like some treasure, except for you've forgotten what you did when you were younger. I don't know. If I was a pirate, I probably wouldn't forget it because it would be an amazing life.
But you don't leave all your treasure in one spot, so you're burying it in multiple spots.
True
So you need a map for each one.
Story. You need a map for each one. I like it. I dig it. So those are our vectors. Oh, and if you want an extra challenge, this is a picture of Bainbridge Island, and we're going to start at the ferry terminal. And if you live on Bainbridge, you might not know this, and we're going to learn about it next week. There's actually a scaled model of the solar system hidden around the island. And you can kind of find sort of general whereabouts by using this. So you can go on a little treasure hunt to find where all the planets are and see where they are. Because we have from Mercury all the way into Pluto on this beautiful island. And it's scaled properly.
Yeah.
So
you would need a geocaching app.
You need a geocaching app to find it, but you could plot your map now, and you could figure it out, because we've got the vectors to get you there, to draw it in, and then if you email me, if you show me a picture, I will give you the geocache coordinates, which are also online, or if you are away from here, if you don't live on Bainbridge, and you do this part, and you send me a picture, I'll actually send you the finisher's patch, because you can't come to the island to finish. But if you live on the island, you can go to each of these spots and get a stamp, and I'll give you a patch too. They're super cool patches. They've got like gold, the solar system.
We still have the passport books.
Yeah, there's passport books for people who are on the island. It's gonna be super cool. So if you want to get a cool finisher's patch, and you don't live on the island, you could just do it by learning a little bit more about vectors and mapping out where you think the planets are on our island. And it'll be really cool because you'll see how close those inner planets are and how far those outer planets are. It's a really good idea of scale. And it'll be a fun segue because next week we are going to go into the solar system. We're going to learn things like what our sun is made of without looking at Google. Crazy. Crazy talk, I know. Ooh. And I know Millie has actually done this with her Girl Scouts, but it's really pretty and really fun. So it'll be great. We'll have a lot of fun next week. We'll do a lot of stuff with our solar system next week. We've got some witches and wizards coming up because I don't think I can call it Harry Potter week. What else do we have? Oh, we're going to do like a bug week with our tadpoles. We'll do some stuff with our tadpoles then also. I can't remember. We planned out like 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So much fun.
6 more weeks.
6 more weeks, I know. We're all the way into June now for you guys, which will be a lot of fun. All right, so.
Do you want to zoom in on the tadpoles now, or is that?
Oh, yeah. Do people want to see the tadpoles? We're going to put them in on Zoom, too.
Well,
if you want to take a quick look at our little tadpoles. I think I'm going to name the big one Tiny Dancer.
Because, obviously.
Because obviously, everybody who's big has to be tiny. Let's see where they are. Oh, there's the big one. Zoop. Let's see. Where should we move it to watch our little tadpoles? A little bit. They're growing a little bit, not much. But like I said, these guys will take about at least 2 months to go through their metamorphosis.
They're on the other side. It's hard for me to see.
They're on the other side. Let's see if we cannot. I mean, of course, if we move it, they'll just swim. There. Do we have any swimming towards you?
We see 4.
We could also maybe, going in through the top might be tricky. We'll try to go in through the top maybe on Zoom so you guys can look. But you can see actually the mosquito larvae are still happy in there. Unfortunate because I hate mosquitoes. But they are getting eaten a little bit. They're getting like little, I see actually on the mosquito larvae, I see little tiny black dots forming. Whereas before they were all really clear. They were all very white. So those black dots are probably parts of their body forming and getting ready to come out and bite us. Ooh, terrible.
You eat them already.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, little froggies, little tadpoles.
You put too much other food in there.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting actually with the mosquitoes. You can see some that have the black dot and some that are all still white, which is cool. And then our big tadpole, the big tadpole. Tiny Dancer's over here with me. Let's see if we can move.
We kind of see him in the background.
Tiny Dancer.
I see the little ones close up. But
I did take some videos of them chomping away at the lettuce earlier. There goes. Tiny Dancer.
Where is he?
On stage. Tiny Dancer's like, right. Okay, let's try to move it again.
It's okay.
Nope, Tiny Dancer's way over here now.
If you want to see Tiny Dancer, you're going to have to...
You have to come to Zoom to see Tiny Dancer moving around. So yeah, they're just eating. They haven't been doing much other than eating and swimming. They're so cute, though.
Oh, no. Naomi says they can't print their printouts.
Oh.
Maybe we can send them to you in the mail.
Oh, because they don't have a printer?
I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe they're
I'm sure we can figure out a solution to that.
Naomi, we'll help you with that. We'll send you a
Yeah.
bunch of printouts.
True story.
We have a printing business.
Oh, I see. Like, there's one up here that's, like, bigger than this guy. So these guys are sort of... They'll be fun to watch in, like, a couple of weeks as they grow bigger and bigger. I'm really excited about this project. I'm kind of interested about whether or not the big tadpole is these guys grown up bigger, or if it's just a totally different type of tadpole. If it's a bullfrog, we probably won't release it, even though we caught it in the wild, because bullfrogs are invasive. We'll have to double check that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to, like, make sure, because I don't want to release an invasive species in the wild, even if it started in the wild.
It'll be much bigger than the other one.
I think bullfrog tadpoles are huge. So.
Okay, well, we're going to move over to Zoom.
Yeah.
Link is there. I'll let people in.
Yeah, come on over to Zoom. We'll try to, in a couple of minutes, we'll get, like, a top-down view of our awesome little thing. And then you guys can show me your treasure hunts, and if you make one around the house, I totally want to see the ones you guys are making. We're going to make them all together.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Luke, if you want to help making your treasure hunt for
you can see Tiny Dancer's
for
lips.
Ryan, we can give you a hand so that you don't lose the iPad forever.
True story. All right. Well,
Well,
we will see you guys
everybody.
shortly. Thank you so much for joining us for this quick little treasure hunt today. Tomorrow we will be building these awesome lighthouses.
Oh, Kaya's here. Hi, Kaya.
Oh, hi, Kaya. Kaya, we'll see you over in Zoom.
You guys think about who you can make a treasure hunt for. Now
Yes.
you know about vectors and everything.
And we can work on it together over in Zoom.
Do you have moms or dads who need a bottle of wine that you'd like to make them? For a
Fine.
treasure hunt?
I don't know if that's the best idea.
All right,
They
that's
might
a
get
bad idea.
angry.
But maybe like a really nice note.
You could write them like an awesome "You're the best parents ever" note, and then you could hide it, and you could give them a treasure hunt. I bet they would really like
I
that.
bet they would.
For some reason, I'm just thinking of Raiden, and Raiden I feel like would really enjoy doing that, and I bet Raiden's mom would be so happy.